Thoughts and Friends podcast, Bachelorette recap, episode 7, Hometowns. I'm joined by Wes. I'm joined by Bobbie. I am Brody. How do we feel tonight, guys?
Oh, we're feeling good. I feel good. Settling into a new environment for the video, I guess, watchers. Don't be alarmed. I've not been imprisoned. I'm not in a dungeon. I have shifted home in the process of a move, and I'm under the light of a lamp at my bedside, and this is as good as it's going to get for right now. So, but other than that, feel good.
You
It's
could
kind of
tell
like
me
you're
you're
off
in
at.
prison.
It's kind of like you're off at war or something, like from
Yeah.
your bunk.
I'm making a video diary entry in the foxhole. Yeah, it's not great, but
It's home.
it is
I
what it is.
guess.
It's home now. It's home
It
now.
Home
looks-
sweet home.
It looks like Afghanistan right now, but soon enough, it's going to be a place.
This
place
house
of
is going to be a
love.
home in no time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if there's anything you can do, it is turn a house
Well,
into
I'm a
home.
homemaker. That's what I do.
What's been the hardest part of your move, Wes? What's your least favorite part about moving?
Lifting heavy shit up and down stairs, probably.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
pretty
And
on
not
the
to
nose.
mention, he's got to be the world's slowest packer. I cannot say there's no way that you have enough stuff that it took you that long to pack.
I got some shit. Let me tell you.
I have something to say. So this weekend, I took a very long, hard voyage up to the Great Chicago. Okay, it's about 5 hours from my house.
Chirac?
When we got there, Wes, who lives, I don't know, approximately 20 minutes away from where we were staying, said we were too far from him, so he could not come out. So,
Wes, your retort?
I did say that. That is true. I will also say I'm glad that I didn't, because I slept about 2 hours that night because I was up very late doing
You-
last minute packing and moving.
you
to
have
prep.
poor time management.
Guilty. That's true. But I had a friend coming over to help move, and I wanted to have things in order so he was not waiting around, and I just wanted it good. I'm sorry. How many times did you come to see me? How many times have I seen you? Not
Another
only-
fair retort.
Not only have I come to see you, but come directly to your doorstep.
Okay, you came directly to my doorstep. However, it wasn't just to visit us. There was a mutual benefit there. You were in town for something else.
I was in town. The last time I was there was to go to your party.
That is true.
Like
That is
3 weeks
so-
ago, or like a month ago. So I don't know what you want from me.
Well, I mean, we had a great
Yeah, that's
night.
what I
Wrigleyville
thought.
is so fun. Wrigleyville is a great
it's
place
great.
to be. I had never been.
It's great. You stayed like right next to the stadium. Yeah, cool spot.
Mhm. Stayed on Clark.
Great
was really
time.
fun.
We live on Clark, but
Yeah,
Clark's
but,
a very
like,
long street.
But like 8 miles south of where
An hour away.
Yeah, that is
Um,
kind of crazy.
Yeah. Moving's the fucking worst. You
Yeah, I mean-
you got a U-Haul or a moving company?
I just U-hauled it. A moving company to move like not in the city was like $2,500. I'm like, that's
That's a lot of
tough.
shed.
It's a lot of ched. I just sucked it up. Shout out Parker. I helped him move. He repaid the favor. Much appreciated. Yeah, and it took a while. It sucked. I'm tired. My body's still sore because I'm washed up and pathetic. But it's all at the new place. And now we turn it into a home.
It's time to
getting there.
unload.
Yeah.
Unloading.
Speaking of unloading, Bobbie, you're going to Utah. You're going to do any soaking? That's podcasting.
What a segue. That was excellent.
Maybe, Tommy doesn't listen to this, so I could say yes.
First of all, bad friend.
Also, not cheating. We discussed this. Soaking, technically,
Yeah, so
God says,
is
or
soaking
Mormon God
cheating?
says.
Yeah, sound off in the comments. Is soaking cheating?
Mm-hmm. Maybe I
Yeah.
could meet me a nice Mormon man who wants to be a boyfriend, and I can have a
Yeah.
boyfriend and a fiance.
Yeah.
You have to
And
share
that-
them
and you
with
just-
like 9 other ladies, but
And you deserve that.
even then, you know, you just,
Right.
no attachment. Just let them
there's-
do all the hard work.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of personality to go around. I'm a Gemini. Tommy can have one side of me. The because Geminis are like split personalities. The Utah man can have something, and maybe I'll find Jesus in Utah.
Some guy named Chasen or some shit like that out in Utah.
There you go.
White as snow.
You ought to
Judd.
find one of the Romneys on the football team.
Yeah.
There's like 25 of them.
On the football team, like
At BYU.
college.
At
BYU.
A grad. You're
You
young
think-
though. You're like 25.
No, I'm 27.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Semantics.
But yeah, I'm excited for Utah. Fun fact, when I was younger, I got pontoon.
We're Mormon?
No, I got Pontoon Beach, which is like where my parents' shop is, like 20 minutes from me, confused with Salt Lake City. And I was convinced that Salt Lake City was in Illinois. So
Were you a dumb kid?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. So just do with that what you will.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do much with that, but that's unfortunate. I'm glad that you're going to see the real Salt Lake.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Excited for you.
Thank you. Me too.
All right. If
Brody.
you guys want to hear the Bachelorette talk, you have to subscribe to the YouTube. You have to subscribe to the podcast. You have to rate the episode 5 stars, or else the rest of this episode's not going to work. It's just going to cut off right here. It'll know. So
that's true.
Moment of silence while you're doing that.
Okay, appreciate that.
Thank you.
You did it.
You have to make.
You don't know if you didn't.
You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch on the YouTube every week or ever at all. Just subscribe.
But you should.
Take your part. You can.
Do you guys watch your podcasts like on YouTube? I always watch.
I love.
Depends
watching,
on the podcast, I think. I don't know.
If it's available on video, I'm watching it.
Me too. Because for me, I feel like so many times they like reference to what they're doing on screen too. So it's just nice to be able to watch it. But also I like work from home, so I can just like turn it on and like do tasks and be like, oh, it feels like I'm chilling with friends.
Yeah. I was working from home too before, and so many people played in the car and stuff, and I just didn't have that. I was either like riding the train or walking.
Yeah.
So yeah, being at home, you just throw it on. Yeah, if I can watch, I will. I like seeing body language, expressions much more than just listening, for sure.
One of my current for sure. One of my current favorites are Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast. If you guys haven't listened to that, I think it's really funny.
I agree. It's not for everyone. They're very young and like TikTokery in LA, but I also think it's very funny.
Yeah,
I think they're both
enjoyed
really
the episode
funny.
with Caucasian James. I've been a fan of him for quite some time, and I've never seen him do anything other than tweets and Instagram before. So
yeah, that was a good one.
It's good to hear him actually like speak.
For sure. Yeah. But I like them. It's fun.
Yeah, I like to listen to some. I do a hot guy walk every morning because if I'm just in the fucking house all day, I lose my fucking mind. So I need to. So I'll listen to podcasts. I feel like if it's more informative and less conversational, I have less of a problem listening. Like with a show like that, they're just like shooting the shit, hanging out. If it's like something about sports or some shit, and they're like kind of giving semi-serious analysis, I guess, I don't mind listening. Anyway,
that's fair.
If you don't mind listening, keep listening. It's Bachelorette time. We had a hell of a fucking episode. Guy and girl, what the fuck? This was one of the saddest episodes of television, regardless of genre, I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There was a couple times I was like pretty bummed out, really.
Yeah.
It was a couple times I was like, damn.
That third quarter of the episode there was
It felt more sad than it did happy. I feel a little depressed.
It was like the episode in whole, like in general.
Yeah.
A lot more negatives than.
I mean, it was a pretty downward trajectory to the episode.
That's life, I guess. They're really learning some real life stuff here.
It's probably because the positives, much like the men, were boring.
Yeah.
Like Jason and Zach. Come on, guys.
Speaking of boring, let's go straight from the top and let's talk Jason heading down to Nolans, the Bayou.
I was kind of surprised he's from there.
Yeah, he doesn't have an accent. His dad has an accent. He didn't have an accent. I gotta first of all, off the top, him dancing around in the streets.
Yes.
Abysmal, disgusting.
He
what was
looked
that?
like an old jalopy fucking roaming down the fucking streets. He looked so rickety.
Yeah, he had his hands like up in they were like locked hands up in the
Have
head.
you ever
over their
ever
heads,
play
like,
that computer game? It was called like TLOP, where you had to like make the guy run. And
I'll
it,
let
like,
you
was like
guess.
he didn't have any bones.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Very
No.
Come on, guys.
inflatable.
Every reference I fucking make is
Well, you're on.
I'm not.
You're on the sticks tonight. Pull it up. Show the people on YouTube. See, that's why you got to go over the YouTube to get all of Brody's references.
So okay,
What's that
while
game
you
called? That's not
pull
the name of it.
while you pulled that up, I thought Gabby was loving Bourbon Street. I just like she shows so much of her like real personality. She's like, I want someone to flash me their wiener, an old man wiener. I was like,
yeah,
she said it.
yeah, yeah.
Disappointed we didn't get any old man wiener.
Yeah, this episode, if it was missing something, it was probably old man penis on
Would have
Bourbon
fit the
Street.
tone.
Yeah.
Speaking of bummers, real bummer would have been some old drunk guy in the middle of the day flashing his piece.
I think that would have brought some comic relief, which we needed. Like they should have put that date
In between
further into the
Ooh,
episode,
probably
because
right.
that date was like so fun, and his family like loved Gabby so much, and it was like super uplifting. And sure, it was like a nice note to start on, but I would prefer to start on a serious note and then have some comic relief.
Yeah, both the first two, I think, Johnny was third. That was also pretty positive for the most part. Like at the entire first half was like, we love her, couldn't love her more. We support you totally. This is great. This makes sense to us. And Jason's dad was very nice. He brought flowers. That was a nice touch.
He was so sweet.
He was
Warm
so
my heart.
nice. Such a nice guy.
No, I couldn't handle that. As soon as he walked up, I was like, I'm a goner. I'm a goner. Every year, hometowns, or every season, hometowns gets me. Like, I think I love old men more than anything. And so these episodes, I can't handle it. I can't.
Here's the game, guys. QWOP. Anyone ever play this? No idea what I'm talking about.
I think I have seen this.
In like high school social studies class when you're supposed to be doing shit on the computer. You never played
on
this?
addictinggames.com or
Yeah,
what is this from?
Damn, I
stuff
loved
like that.
addictinggames.com though.
But
Wastes
basically,
a
you
lot of
try to
time
make
in
the guy
class on
run,
that.
and he was like, he had no bones. So that's what Jason looked like when he was dancing. He just looked like
Sick.
a
That's
rickety man. For those that get that joke,
pretty awesome
probably
reference.
still
there.
not that
I'm
funny.
glad we got there in the end.
Okay, his dad, pretty straightforward, liked her, seemed
He was
like
so
it went
freaking
well. He was a sweet man, but just not much to report. Thumbs up, good job. Then we meet his mom, who's a bit more of a character.
yeah,
Kind of looks like
it makes sense that they're not
Elvira
together.
or some shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
before we move on to that, I'm sorry. I get in the habit of writing on quotes or anything that I remember. What would they eat? Oh, they had beignets at the end. They were eating,
Oh,
and he said, "May the best days of your past be the worst days of your future."
yes.
Shout out Jason's dad.
Goosebumps.
What a guy. What a sweet old man.
That was really fucking sweet. I'm gonna have to write that quote down if I'm ever in another wedding. Like,
There you go.
That's a
could be
good toast moment.
Nice
Could be a go-to.
bachelorette
Yeah,
quote.
simple. Yeah.
Tie it all in. So his mom, she was definitely more spunky and very like theatrical.
She
Okay.
seemed like a lady from New Orleans. She had
Ooh, okay.
witchy voodoo kind of vibes.
Real quick,
Oh.
I had
Well,
some
I don't
internet
know.
problems. I had some internet problems and it buffered for probably 2.5, 3 minutes, and it was right during this time. So I don't have much for his mom. So I'm getting a good picture here. Witchy vibes, spunky witch.
I didn't get witchy vibes.
Eclectic.
Okay.
I got like
She has like her hair
spunky.
is wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had
I can't even picture. Yeah, I think I missed all of it.
I don't know if
got
that
Jason's.
was her actual hair. Not sure.
I got his sister talking with Gabby, so his sister really liked her.
Oh, His sister was so sweet. I thought
Yeah.
that was genuine too.
Here's the biggest thing. How the fuck is that her boyfriend? She seemed very pretty and like a very cool
Yeah, I
guy.
remember her
that
being
boyfriend looked like he worked
dog.
at fucking Pizza Hut. He was
Oh
wearing
my
white pants and
God.
a
You
white t-shirt. The t-shirt was far too small. He looked
You know,
like
like-
he
You know
Was he
what?
ripped?
works at a
no.
Verizon store and sells Molly to teenagers on the weekends.
Huh.
They
Maybe she likes Molly.
probably started dating in high school.
Maybe. Yeah. I wrote looks like a winner. I also wrote like imagine just being a normal person that gets drug into this for all these people to see you. It's like this boyfriend
Yeah.
and this girlfriend did not sign up for
This whole thing. Neither did these parents. Like these,
No.
it's fucking wild.
No.
Yeah, but they can say if they want to be in the hometown or not.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. I mean, I think it would. I would assume that most would be
if
like,
someone
yeah,
in
I'm
my
gonna be there.
life, if someone in my life was doing this and they were like, "Do you want to be on my hometown date?" I'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely."
I was gonna say you absolutely would be the
No,
first
I know.
person there.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I'd be
Okay.
the host. I'd come out with
Yeah.
like a charcuterie board, like
Yeah, you would.
You'd
I'd
be
be
like
doing-
hamming it up for camera time, and everyone at home would be like, "Who is this?"
Yeah. I'd
You'd be like
"Who
the
are-"
mom and the person be talking to you about, "Hey, you guys need anything? Nope.
Drinks,
All good?
freshen those
Right.
up.
Yeah. Anything?
Yeah, I would.
All
I
right.
would. I would want to make an impression for sure.
Any more? Can I get you any more cured meats, perhaps?
Is that her
Some
Instagram
wine?
she has on her shirt there? That's kind of weird. That's a strange move.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
I was gonna say the big bomb of the episode, or the not of the episode of this date though. Jason saying that he, with a very rational take of, I don't think an engagement at the end of this is what I'm going to be after. I don't think I can see it happening.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this is a great point for us to talk because I can see both sides here. I definitely understand why he wouldn't want to get engaged. I would not want to either. But do you think that he should have discussed that with Gabby at all before going to his parents' house?
I would say the clock is for sure ticking. I think probably before meeting, I don't know. I mean, I think from Gabby's side, how often does it end in an engagement? Like every time, right? The expectation of coming on the show is that that's the deal at the end. So
yeah. And he didn't even tell her like after their date. I was expecting for him to do the classic, like, let's sit on my parents' front porch and I drop a fucking bomb on you. But we didn't even get that.
No, he still hasn't told. Yeah, clock's ticking. I would say. I don't know when the best time would be for that, but probably soon.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of stupid that the expectation is an engagement, but I get like it's hard to sell the show that's like at the end of this,
They're
gonna
gonna
have a girlfriend.
be dating.
Right.
Pretty cool. That is the expectation is kind of weird because at what point it's like, well, this guy doesn't want to engage, but I definitely like him the most, but he won't say yes when I ask him to marry me. So it makes it strange. Are you going to like pick your third option because that's the only person that'll say yes? Like,
Right.
Kinda...
And yeah. And so I think too, like, it's fine if you don't want to get engaged, but setting some expectations of that conversation, you can't wait till Fantasy Suites to talk about that.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
I think he also said something like maybe in these next 2 weeks I will get to that point. I think a lot of guys said that on their dates. I think everyone except for 2 of these guys said that. So,
and like I think it's funny too how like in between that and the next hometown date, the commercial for Jesse Palmer was like, yeah, your boyfriend won't propose. You just need to sign up for the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, even on the Bachelorette, this motherfucker
timing.
doesn't want to propose.
Yeah.
Like, so that was a little silly.
It's it's separating the show from, like, obviously it's a very rational thing to not want to be proposing in like 2 months, but like that's what he even said that he thought about going home, but then ended up staying. Like he stayed on the show. That's the deal at the end. Probably before meeting the parents, should have brought that up, should have let that be known, but
Yeah.
We'll see. Probably not going to receive that well.
Got a lot of very rational behavior in
It's true.
in this episode. I think like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times these people on the show kind of don't act like how a person would probably act in this situation. And I feel like we got a lot of guys like, I don't know. I've known this person for 2 months. I don't know if I want to marry them. That is,
Yeah.
seems like
I-
a lot.
It seems like the Hometowns episode is they remove themselves from the show, and all these parents are like, "What are we doing here? This is batshit crazy. You guys are not getting married right now. You guys are, it's like a reality check from
But
the
that being
show.
said,
That's
most
weird.
of these parents, except for the one, are just like, yeah,
I love her.
I could see it. I'm in love with her. She's the best.
I see the
chemistry.
way.
As soon as you walked in, I knew. No,
No, you don't. I see the way that you just light up. Yeah. Do you?
Yeah. I mean,
Do you? I don't know. I don't have much more on Jason. I thought his parents were fine, nice. Didn't get to see much of the mom. But yeah,
She cried a lot.
pretty good. Okay.
yeah, she did. She might have been intoxicated.
I would be. I mean, that would.
She might have been. Yeah.
She had a cool grand piano in her living room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's a nice touch.
A lot of those houses are just like rentals, like Airbnbs that they rent for the episode because their houses aren't nice enough.
Fun fact.
That's probably
pathetic.
a tough punch from the guys. Like, your house fucking sucks. We're gonna put you in a different one.
Your
hey-
house won't fit all our cameras.
You guys are poor, so we're gonna.
I'm
can't
getting. It smells like pour in here.
Yeah, you guys are gonna really pour up this show, and we need to.
Yeah.
We need to not have that happen. Okay,
Yeah.
Zach. I'm not gonna lie. Came back from commercial, and I thought it was the same date because I get them mixed up. Zach and Jason. There was another Bachelorette there, so that helped. Rachel
Different
and
woman.
Zach. We did it a little late because we forgot, but we had a clock on the kiss timer for Rachel. I'm not gonna lie. Early on, stats were flying. Stats were high. Zach and Rachel doing a lot of making out, but as the episode went on, she also didn't have one of her hometowns, but
Yeah.
the counter was not quite as active. But with Zach, very active.
But even then, like with these dates, there's just inherently going to be less making out because there's just going
That's
to be
true.
more conversation, and they're not going to be making out while they're at their parents' house.
I like to make out in front of my mom and dad. That's it's one of the
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
comfortable.
Patrick
comfortable
Warburton's
setting.
like, yeah, I saw my nephew
Oh,
making out. I really liked it. I knew
How
I
about
liked
that? Let's
her.
talk about that. It's still jarring. The voice, anytime he speaks, I'm like, oh damn, that's definitely him.
Hey,
Do you
Peter.
think that is why Zach's voice is so prominent? Do you think he's like trying to be like that or something?
Maybe. Interesting. I don't
Maybe
know.
just genetics too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be.
Do you
Not
have
sure.
your uncle's voice?
Neither of my uncles are
No.
genetic, so I'm not blood related to either of my uncles.
Excuse okay.
I was like, run that back. So I just feel before we get into the uncle thing, because in general, with Zach, I felt like he is again saying all the right things. He's a safe bet, but he's also just like so generic. Like I don't know if it's just like the way his voice sounds or if he truly isn't genuine, but it just sounds like he's reading a script and he's like
Yeah.
a really bad
Yeah,
actor.
he's very
I
robotic.
wouldn't be
yeah.
shocked if we found out all this was just a ruse. I wouldn't
Launches-
be shocked if
launches
that's just
career.
how he is. Also, like I
Yeah.
can't get a read on him because it is all too perfect. All these other guys kind of like they say like and you know what I mean, and he doesn't say any of that. He is so well spoken to the point where it feels disingenuous, but maybe he's just a very eloquent man. I don't know.
Maybe. Cute or cringe, the callback to the airplanes taking off and landing.
I thought that was really cute.
It's cute.
I lean that way too. Yeah, I think it was a good. Yeah, I think it was all right. It was pretty good.
I thought it was sweet because it showed that he took some initiative, and you're supposed to do something on your hometown date that's like shows who you are, and they had talked about that, so I thought that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he brought it up on that first date that they went to, that premiere, we were both like, fucking lame.
I know.
This guy's probably making that up.
I thought he was making it up because we didn't know him then. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't realize that he would go as far as
But-
he did.
Nice touch. I think pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Did he have siblings? Hold on.
I didn't write any down.
I don't think he did.
remember. I think it was just mom, dad, aunt,
Maybe
and uncle,
that's why
I
his
think.
uncle was there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
also-
We got our first "I'm in love with you."
Hold on. Before that, they as a family sat down and watched videos of the two of them like making out. What
They watched
fuck?
they watched the premiere or the like their
Oh.
like
Could
journey.
you imagine?
this
I
point.
would fucking vomit if I had
Yeah.
to watch that with
Yeah.
my parents.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to watch any video of me making out. Add another
With anybody.
layer. Yeah.
Ever. I don't. Just me by myself. I don't want to watch.
I don't like
Well,
watching clips of this
I-
podcast back, and it's just my face and shoulders.
Yeah, I personally like that is my form of hell. If I got to hell and they're like, here is a video of you making out with someone or trying to be romantic or like cute in some way, and I had to watch
Oh my
that,
god!
I would want to combust.
Imagine you get to hell and they have a montage of all the time making out in your life, and you have to watch it.
With the sound bites.
Tough.
Oh, and like the parents like cracking jokes. Like
Yeah.
it's a giant red flag that they're all as comfortable as they were with that.
Yeah,
That
I didn't
everyone
like
there
that at
wasn't
all.
like, this is why are you making us
Well,
do this? Why don't they just watch a movie? Why would they watch that? Watch
They set it up.
everything else.
They set it up like
bad.
it was like a projector in their lawn, and they just watched.
I just figured we were like, I don't know, we're watching like fucking Frozen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything
else. Anything else.
Yeah. Weird.
Okay, so any comments about the uncle? He was fine.
Didn't really harp
He
on
got a
him too
cutscene
much.
at the end. Yeah, he wasn't a big part. In general, it was just like the pretty general, like, we're worried about our son. We don't want to get his heart broken. Other people are in this. We know that.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
we're just
noteworthy.
worried. We can tell that you love her by the look in your eye, type of stuff. Like pretty general, positive hometown, I would say.
Yeah. And I felt like it was
Ooh.
the high note was obviously that he said I was in love with you. So
yeah, Brody just brought that up. He said, I'm in love with you. And then she didn't say it back to him, but later in the car or whatever, she was like, I'm falling in love with him. He's so perfect, she said. So didn't say it back to him, but
yeah, I wonder why she didn't say that to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
Something to note.
overall, his date was fine. I could see her choosing him because he's safe and her family loves or his family loves her.
Yeah.
I'm liking Zach's chances even more this week than I did last week. I am really seeing the stars align. I'm thinking Zach's the guy.
Especially after
for Rachel.
Especially after other goings on later in the episode that we'll talk about.
We'll get to Tino later, but it certainly the shit and the fan they met. So next though, go down to the beautiful state of Florida and we get to meet Johnny and his lovely family, and Gabby heads on down there. What did we think of Johnny's trip to Palm Beach?
Did either one of you take a good look at his eyebrows like I said that you should do?
Did we have that homework? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you said something about it. What was the critique or the analysis?
They're just a little too manicured. Like they're so.
I mean, he is so obviously an incredibly vain motherfucker, like without a doubt. And on top of the quote of him, like he's like, I might have had sex with 350 women or whatever he said last episode.
Yeah.
Like this guy is obsessed with crushing on girls and like getting the approval of women. Like that is his whole bag. So
seems like a guy that likes the chase.
Seeking validation for sure. And, on his date, so they went to see her or his family first as well. So on his date, he was like, oh, I don't think I'm like completely sold on this. Like, didn't even like talk about if he's sold on proposal or not. He was like, I don't know if I'm there yet. And that's kind of how I took it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you at hometowns then?
Well, I thought he was talking more like from a Jason perspective, like he's not fully there yet on if he is willing to propose at the end of this.
Yeah, I think
Did
that's what he
you
meant. I
did you
think
take it
I don't
somewhere
think
some
I
other
don't
way?
think it was an anti-Gabby thing. I think it was just a not ready to marry.
Yeah, that's how I
Gabby
took it.
thing.
How did you take it?
Got it. I took it as he's like not ready to get married.
But yeah, I mean it's kind of one and the same. a
Oh,
little
sorry.
bit.
No, that he is not ready to even like he doesn't want to date her anymore. Hold on. I have a slight immersion.
I was
Dog alert.
Hi,
Yeah,
Bruce.
I took it definitely as he just isn't ready to get married to Gabby because it seemed like he really liked her. And after talking to his dad and his mom, they kind of nudged him in that direction.
Yeah.
I would imagine, just based on what we know about him, that they both were like, "You've dated 500 women. Could you please, for the love of God, just
For the
marry
love
somebody?"
down.
of God. I was actually surprised with how, like, maybe that's what it was. He's like, please just pick somebody. But he's how, like, into it his dad seemed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To me.
Well, okay. His dad was like, emotionally, yeah, you're ready for it. Financially, I mean, you guys could get through it.
You'll figure it out.
I was like, what the fuck? Does this dude
He's
not
a
have a
realtor.
job?
I would assume it says he's a realtor. I don't know. I'd assume realtors make decent money. I guess you have to sell houses. You don't sell
Yeah,
any
I
houses.
mean,
I guess you don't make any
I
money.
think
But
there's highs and lows of it, I'm sure. But I was just like, okay,
his dad was-
financially,
You'll figure it out. You're going to be insta rich now. You guys are famous reality stars.
right. I mean,
And I heard
I
they're
don't-
giving out free houses at the end of this now. So there's something to look at.
I don't know this, and
$200,000 down payment.
I didn't search. I would bet Johnny's Instagram is the cringiest shit in the world. I bet it is like
I'll go
Well,
ahead.
fuck
and
shirtless
boy
pics.
city. I'm gonna
I
guess like hot pose edited photos with like an emoji as the caption, or like just floating along as like a caption to what's going on. Like,
Oh yeah, life is
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
Okay.
like a wannabe Sam Hunt, basically.
Okay. So
His favorite podcast is like the Mike Stud podcast. You know.
Oof.
that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and look it up while we
Yeah.
continue to talk.
You
I'm
effort
looking here
that.
too.
You effort that. But yeah, but his dad was
Gma
just like,
for life. Okay.
wait, what?
I'm just
Gma.
reading the captions.
What's
Oh,
his
you're on his
last
Instagram.
name?
You're on his Instagram.
What's
Gotcha.
his last name?
D Filippo. DE Phil LIPO. Okay, it's a lot of pictures from the show.
Johnny DiFilippo.
What a name.
Oh yeah, hotel lobbies. It's just a blurry pic of him and the boys.
Oh
Fucking
no, he
chopping
made
it
a
up.
TikTok.
Just
He
tearing
made
up.
He made a TikTok and it's like a thirst trap type
We got
thing.
one like these, and it's like
He's
it just
he's
says-
he's a TikTok wiggle dicker. He does dances and shit.
Oh, yep, shirtless pic with the dog.
Nice.
See, I don't think
This
he's
is
that
25.
hot.
That's the caption.
Oh.
Classic.
God.
I mean,
That guy just-
Keto. Yeah,
Guy just rips
he's
up
annoying.
Palm Beach with the boys.
yep. Hiking pic.
Ugh. It's rough.
Nose on the grind. Yeah, just all the comments are like, this has nothing to do with anything. I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna make like 3 words that mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pouring a
Yeah.
drink into a girl's mouth, on the beach, doing backflips, shotgunning beers,
This is all checking out.
grandma, dog, snowboarding, surfing, grandma, dog, surfing.
He loves his grandma, if nothing else.
I got it.
Nailed it.
Got it on the fucking button.
Almost
Yep.
too close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He could be a
Um,
Sam Hunt backup dancer.
And I was a little confused why we didn't see, of course, him telling Gabby about how he felt. So I assume we'll have lots of meltdowns after Fantasy Suites because that is when all this is going to come to light. So that's right on par for when the meltdowns happened with Clayton. So Johnny is fine, but he's going to go home next.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
they said something in the preview for next season or next episode that I don't know if it's a bait and switch, but it could be a big bombshell potentially. But I don't really have much else to say. Said he's not ready to get married.
No. His parents seemed alarmingly into it, which was
yeah, a
Right.
little weird.
I think it's because he's probably like a little bit of a loser, and they're like, just do something right. Like, you are, how old is he? He looks older.
I think 26. So not
Oh, so he's young.
one of those pictures on here said, so this is 25. I don't know when that
That
was from.
changes things. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not a Johnny fan over here. He's fine for Paradise or something, but like, he's not my guy.
Yeah, someone on Twitter, probably, I don't follow that many bashers, probably Trent. Shout out Trent, Chicks in the
Shout out
Office.
to Trent, yeah.
Love Trent. I think he said that hair is going to look immaculate on Paradise. That flow, I think. Don't know that much about Paradise. I've never watched it, but
Yeah, it's gonna do some. It's gonna do what it needs to do on Paradise. Just think, it's like Fuckboy Island kind of.
yeah, based on his Instagram and what we've seen of him so far, sounds like he's going to thrive there.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know
Sounds
if you
like
guys-
he's only on this show just so he can get a call to there. He Love Island seems more Johnny's speed, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I think that's enough on Johnny. We gotta get to this next one. We got
this
to.
One's brutal.
This is the most memorable date in the history of the show that I've only watched
absolutely
however many seasons.
Without question.
I couldn't take my fucking eyes off the screen. I was glued to my TV,
the
mouth agape. What the fuck?
The most
Tyler
riveting television I've watched in so long.
Oh man,
it was bad. So they set the scene. We're on the boardwalk. So he's a t-shirt vendor. Is this his career?
I think so.
He took her to that thing to show her, like, and so I took that as it was his.
He has some sort of store. He runs some sort of thing on the boardwalk.
Runs a store on the Jersey Shore boardwalk.
Personally, that would give me the ick immediately.
He's an entrepreneur.
That. You're printing t-shirts, and
and selling them.
Okay,
your job is the fake job they gave the cast of the Jersey Shore on the show. That's your real job.
Right. I think if he was making some like really sick, like unique shirts, that's one thing. I really doubt it. Okay.
He's not a fashion designer, I don't think,
No, I mean his shirts are probably like saying like really like chuggy, overused phrases.
I
heart NJ. Probably moving a lot of those.
Yeah. Jersey Turnpike,
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so that's obviously the least interesting.
Well, the first thing, as soon as they get there, the first thing Rachel says is like, "Yeah, he's definitely farther behind than the other guys. We're like
this
really
is for
far
sure
behind in our relationship.
This is for sure the least progressed relationship here, for sure, by a lot. Like,
and then she said it again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They breadcrumb you. They'll feed it to you. It was coming.
She was setting that early. And so obviously he's like, they're doing all of the things. And then he takes her to what just coincidentally has everyone he fucking knows. Like the stand is just everyone, his cousins, his friends, people are running up to him, like all of this. And something that kind of pissed me off is that this girl was like, "Oh, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh, I've heard so much about you." Don't say that, because no, you haven't. No, you haven't. You're telling me that he has told you so much about this girl.
Oh, that's impossible.
Just like, no, it's impossible. Yeah. I mean, they've had like, what, 2 hours together? Ever? So no, that was so fucking stupid. Rachel annoys me more and more every fucking episode, and that just like set me right over the edge.
Let's do the conversation. So they get to this bench.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing with fucking Rachel and this whole thing. And now that we know this is what happened, was there never going to be a rose ceremony? Did she know that before this even started? Because if you're playing this smart, like, you don't have to tell him any of this. You could just be like, okay, I'll just shut the fuck up. I'll smile. And then when we get to the point where I'm picking you, I just won't pick you. I don't have to like break your heart and make you have to go tell your mom that, hey, I'm here alone. I didn't say that, but hey, yeah, she didn't come with me. That's pretty fucked up. If we're
She
gonna have Rosemary,
definitely-
she
yeah.
could have just easily just been like, just go and shut the fuck up. It would have, and she's like, this is so hard. It don't make it hard. Just fucking. I think more people could benefit from just a little white lying. Just like, yeah, no, I really like
she
you.
picked-
You're great. You're third place. I don't
See,
know what to tell you.
I feel like I'm a person who like wears their emotions and like their thoughts on their face. So like if I went and they were asking like, oh, well, what about the other guys and all of that? What is she supposed to do? Be like, yeah, I fucking like them other guys. Like your son's in last place. Like I think she just had no interest in meeting his family because she's like, this isn't fucking going anywhere. Like I don't want to waste my time.
She for sure
What do you mean?
prioritized herself over, like she didn't do that because she didn't want to go put herself, and I guess his family and him through that of doing the whole the obvious questions they're going to ask, the whole song and dance of meeting them. She picked that over, just
I think I'd
going
do
through
the
the
same
motions.
thing. Just to be completely honest, I would do the same thing.
Well, as a man who is petrified of confrontation, I just would have lied my way through it and just been like, yeah, sure. No, it's going well.
then
It's
you're
going
gonna-
great.
Man.
But then
I
you're
don't
gonna have
know.
confrontation with his parents. Like, imagine if it were like Tino's parents.
No, because I'm going to go and I'm going to be like, yeah, it's great. It's going great. And then at the roast
I
ceremony,
think
I'm
I
not going to pick him and I'll never see those people ever again for the rest of my life.
I think I could make it through a disingenuous afternoon as well. I think I would just go through the motions too.
It's
I think
not
I could
even
fake
that it's
it.
that disingenuous. I mean, I guess it is.
Like you
but
like,
she
it's just
doesn't.
like
She doesn't
not as
dislike
much.
him.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
doesn't have any intentions on dating him, though.
No, it's
So,
also a reality TV show, so
I know.
think we kind of.
She's
have
also extremely emotional and cries a lot, and I think that would probably be
Okay,
not very good for her.
Another thing that I didn't like is like she was talking about how like she feels bad and she doesn't like him that much. And the whole time, like right here is like red from them like kissing and her lipstick like stained her upper lip. And I wanted to be like, then why were you making out with him? But I guess
also want to say something.
sound off.
Did she milk this shit a little bit? Like, why didn't she stop him? Why did she let him do all? Why did she not?
Why did they have the date at all?
Why did they prance around the boardwalk?
She's like, I had the best day. Bull. I mean, obviously, you didn't have the best day.
Yeah,
You
I had the best
fourth best day
for-
of the days that you had, of the dates you had. You had the fourth best one. So,
like, are they telling her like, just do this, just do it later? We need something for the, like, are they telling her that? Like, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I think the heart of this, these producers are fucking diabolical.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah. To say
this
the
is
least.
the most diabolical shit because he's going on and on this bench. How
It was
he's in love with her.
It was an audition to be the next Bachelor.
Whoa,
Yeah, maybe. I do. I felt like it was pretty genuine, but God, he went so long. He went so long, he over-explained himself to the point where it's like, this is funny how aggressive you're doing this.
First of all, both sides. How did she not stop him? Like, okay, you got to stop. I need to tell. And also, how does he not like pick up on her body language?
Did you see her face when he was like, "I'm falling in love with you"? She goes,
"Yeah," like she.
He said, "I would not have this day go any other way." Right before she told him that.
Well, I've got terrible news for you, Tyler.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that back very soon.
And then she gave him like, "You're literally like the most incredible person I've ever met. You're like seriously just the best guy." She just kept saying that. I was like, Tyler, oh no.
It's really like the thing that people go through, or women, I would say, that go through. It's like, oh, he's perfect. It's just like, I have no interest in him. We've all been there.
We like someone who's a little rough around the edges, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I like someone.
Nice callback. Nice callback.
Yeah, definitely. Great.
I've watched The Bachelorette.
Yeah, you know your stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think that like the only one that was surprised that Tyler was gonna go home tonight, it seemed like was Rachel. Like she was the only one that was like crying. I'm like, oh, I'm so like, ugh. It's like you were the only person who probably didn't realize this was gonna happen watching this back, or that's what she made it seem like. Like we all knew.
It was like watching a toddler get beat up. It was crazy. Like,
it was tough.
The amount of
tough
shit
to
he was
watch.
saying. I mean, there was just a good minute and a half of him saying, "You're the reason that I started to love again.
Yeah.
You're the
he
reason
said
that
that.
all
Oh,
the
he did say
pain."
that.
It's just like so
I-
creepy. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, it's a little much. Is
It
like
was a lot.
I went through a lot of pain, and the day I met you, I knew that was the reason I went through all that pain. It's like,
Like what
much
the
like all
fuck?
these parents are asking, you've known me for 2 months. Fucking shut the fuck up. That's a little weird. I
That
got
would
to the
freak
point
me
where
out.
I was like laughing at it. It was comical how insane it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
would
almost
freak me
like
out.
he said that, and the producers were like, okay, do you got like 6 more lines you could say? This would really make
Yeah.
this
Vamp a little bit.
They were like,
punch a little bit.
we're not turning this camera off until you just make yourself look like an absolute fool.
I do think that if they just leave it at that and they have that goodbye, it's not great. But then they make him go
Yeah.
to his house still and like, hey, she ain't coming with. She
That's
is here.
so fucked up.
Like I think
Well,
leaving it
So
right there
fucked up.
is
He wanted to
a
see
lot.
his family.
You don't have to film it.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have gone to his parents' house. I'm not saying he shouldn't have just walked into the
Okay.
fucking ocean, but
The
the
crew
camera
was
crew did
still
not need
there.
to be there for that.
The crew was already set up.
Oh, do you think the crew,
Go
like
home.
the people, do you think the people there were on the walkie-talkie? Like the camera guys are just sitting there, like, oh fuck, this.
Check this shit out because
There's
there's
gotta break up.
They're on a text
so
chain. They're
excited.
like, no fucking way.
They're
Oh,
like,
God.
oh, Tyler bitch boy is crying. Yeah, I never bought into his like facade of like I just love so hard, blah blah blah. If it were like Tino or someone saying that, I would understand that maybe his feelings
I don't
are
know.
strong. Tyler didn't see her very much. How can you be so in love
But
with
they-
someone?
I mean, I think he's just there's this, we all know, and probably all to some degree have been the person that's just like, I just immediately like fall in love with whoever gives you the time of day. Like there's just plenty of people out there that are like that. It's like, takes 2 seconds. They're like, my entire heart is fucking shoved into the middle of the table here. Do with it what you will. Most people aren't like that, but some people
How
are.
old is Tyler?
I would imagine he's young. I would imagine he's
Yeah.
like 25 also, 26.
I said this about Brennan last season. He's just the same type of guy as Brennan. Like
Who?
you give Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's like you give these guys a chance because they're nice and they're cute, and then you're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because
I mean, he's a little boy.
Do you really think you really think he's going to be the next Bachelor?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it felt like an audition on his end.
I see. Okay.
Like trying to fight for it. I think that if he is the next Bachelor, I will not be watching. I don't think I could get through it. I don't
think he will be. I don't think he's got the look.
Especially because of like the previews for next week. It seems, I mean, obviously they always make it seem like it's going to be something crazy, but like he said, this is going to change our entire lives. And so I'm thinking like, is it a boy and girl? And it's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end.
Bisexual Bachelor.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be
my God, that'd be
electric.
so
Electric.
Because then girls and guys in the house might hook up.
That'd be must see shit. That would be maybe their best rated season of all time.
Yeah. And I'm just going to throw it out here. The one thing that could revive this franchise would be if Tyler Cameron was announced.
That's what Yeah, we've referenced it a few times. The Barstool Chicks podcast talk about this too, and they know him, and they've been imploring him to save the franchise, be the Bachelor.
It has to happen, but you know what? We'll wait patiently for this life-changing moment that we're gonna get next week. It sounds like
maybe that's it.
I can't imagine wanting to do this twice. Other than for the clout,
No.
emotionally, I
And
could
he
not
doesn't need it.
imagine electing to do this twice.
Maybe if you were
Imagine-
broke.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
he-
saying. For the clout, for the notoriety, but
Yeah.
just for my sanity, I couldn't imagine doing it twice.
Especially him. He could have like anyone he wants too. Like he's
Yeah.
famous outside of the show.
But he has said so many times and in recent podcasts that he loves dating. Like he loves going out on dates. He loves like the whole courtship type of part of the relationship. And he did just publicly announce a breakup with someone as well.
Damn.
You guys would hear me from where you're at currently if that happens. Like I might film myself next week to see if they announce something just in case, because
Imagine. It would
no,
set Bachelor Nation ablaze.
right. Like I think my legs would fall off.
The return of the king.
This shit does need a little bit of juice, I think. I mean, this season's fucking boring. God damn.
I think a bisexual bachelor would be fine, but
it'd be electric.
also I think that they need to have two bachelors. Like, okay, you guys weren't watching when we had Greg and like a bromance situation. Like we could have Nate and Rodney bromance. Don't separate the girls. I want it to be all of the girls with the guys for the whole season. That would be so cutthroat and disgusting.
Well, you would have to have like enemies, like Rodney and like if it's friends like these two. This format hasn't really done it for me. I don't really care for it.
I
very
don't
much.
like this format because they divided the guys, and so that was supposed to be the whole thing. Is that we
Defeat
would
the
see
whole
that?
purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
This
even
whole
when they were
fucking-
together, they're like friends though. Like it's not like the cutthroat like we thought it was gonna be. They're like too
Yeah,
nice and
true.
the whole thing.
It
Like,
was a bit,
it
but
seems
not
like
really.
as time goes on, they're more inclined to be like, we got to give these people space and make sure they actually fall in love and it's a real relationship. It's not
Right.
real. Like fucking Tino's mom said, it's a fucking TV show. It's a reality show where you date 30 people at once. We don't need it to seem real. Like, if you just told me like it's professional wrestling, none of them ever actually get married, Santa Claus isn't real, I'd be like, I don't care. Just make it more entertaining. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sure, as luck could have it, you might find someone that you can be compatible with on the show. Do I think that it's the perfect formula? And do I think that they're really good at matchmaking? No, I don't. Because they're trying to also make a good TV show. You know?
and also, like someone else's parents said too, it's much easier to like fall in love with someone. It's like, yeah, our first 5 dates, we went to Paris, we went to the Bahamas, and then
So
we
true.
went hot air ballooning in
Yeah,
the
they're, like,
Netherlands. Those were our first 3
perfect.
dates, and I fell in
Yep.
love with her. We didn't like go over to her apartment and we like made frozen pizza. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's a
like they said,
great
one of them
fucking
said
point.
like you could fall in love with the fucking monkey doing these dates that they go on.
Yeah, I think it was Tino's dad. We have Eric's
Or no,
first,
it was I think it was Jace, or no, it was Zach's dad, I think, said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's a very curatedly perfect set of dates. Like there's
Mhm.
Yeah. And I mean, like to be completely honest too, like, okay, so being with the partner I'm with now, like just putting myself in those shoes, like, oh, imagine if our dates were in these like crazy elaborate places and you're like experiencing truly like these life-changing moments. Like you always think about going to Paris and like, excuse you.
Sorry.
He gave a little burp.
Oh,
That's how I like it.
I missed it. Come on.
But I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'm not a person who thinks that you have just one soulmate in the entire world for you. I think you can be compatible with multiple people. I think some of these connections are genuine, but when we see a connection on our screen, like Tyler and Rachel, I'm like, this is just for TV. This is so stupid. I'm here for the connections. I mean, good TV is fine and all, but I'm like, come on. I want to actually see someone fall in love.
I lean more good TV.
I
I'll be honest with
know.
you.
I know.
Because like to me, it's just so unrealistic that you're actually gonna really for real fall in love with these people. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just hard and it's unrealistic and it's
I
probably
think,
pretty unhealthy.
yeah, oh, it's definitely unhealthy. But I do think that sometimes we forget about how immersive the whole scenario is. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have your phone, you don't have anything. Like, I can't imagine how much reflection you must do within that time too, like, to be completely honest. Like, imagine just like not having anything to do for the first time in your life. You have no school, you have no job, no one to talk to. Of course, you have people in the house, but like no one that knows you. And it's kind of like a time to like let that shit air out.
Yeah,
They
they all
basically
get like fucking Stockholm syndrome. They're like, I guess I probably do love Rachel. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, they
I've
haven't
just
seen
been-
another woman.
No, I've just been sitting around thinking about Rachel. When I'm with the fellas, we just talk about Rachel.
Right, right.
That's all we do. So I guess I love Rachel. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
so
And when the
I
girls are sitting there, it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I love a couple of those guys. Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, what a fucked up show.
I'm going to
is-
feel gypped if I don't fall in love. So I better convince myself that I am in love.
I came here for
Right.
love, and damn it, I'm gonna find it.
we've got to get into the next heater of the night. We have
Eric.
seen. Oh, I thought it was
Eric
oh
first.
no, it's Eric. Oh my god, we have 2 more dates. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna go
So-
long, folks.
Yeah, we got to get
Buckle up.
going.
Buckle up.
So
Eric, very sad.
oh,
These back to back, I was
It
At least
hurt.
the Tyler one was
Down.
at least a little funny because it's like
true.
at the end of the day, it's
it was silly.
it's a breakup. It's you
Yeah.
know
It
was
you can find some
inevitable.
entertainment.
So-
This is just depressing.
It was. So his dad is sick, very sick, who has since passed. And Gabby is a nurse, obviously, and he was like kind of opening up to her about like how he's so grateful for nurses and like all that stuff. And it tore me apart.
Mm-hmm.
It was so fucking sad. He just seemed so sweet. And then you clip to the mom, and she's like, I just keep watering that flower, and he stays with me. Like, it just wrecked me.
I mean,
It felt like I shouldn't have been watching it. It kind of feels gross that they put it on TV. It's probably good for them to have like to watch,
Yeah,
I guess.
I think
now.
it probably is.
And that's up to them. But for me, it's like it's just doesn't seem like something that the whole world should be watching. I don't know. It just felt a
Yeah.
little personal and uncomfortable and
Yeah.
sad.
I just it was really sad, and I feel like this was Eric's breakthrough episode. I feel like he's been kind of like he's been there, not super prominent, but this episode I feel like was truly like a breakthrough for him, and Gabby seems very enamored by him.
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
It was good. It's so shitty because it's like you almost feel guilty if you don't pick him now, but that's like not
Right.
what you base it off of. But it's impossible for that not to like be in the back of your mind when you're making this decision. I don't know. I don't have
don't know
much
either.
to say. It's a shitty situation. Eric said he's falling in love with her.
I had
Yeah.
something to bring up.
Okay.
If that was my dad, no chance I'm going on a dating show, reality dating show, and
No.
leaving. Like
Yeah.
that was the way I looked at it. Like, what the
Me
fuck was he
too.
doing on the Bachelorette when your dad has terminal cancer and it's
And he
like
almost died 3 times.
three
like,
times, like multiple? Like I thought that was bizarre. Like obviously
do
when you
too.
show up that he's like really frail and like obviously sick and not doing well, that was very weird to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the mom
like-
was like trying to like say it but not
Ugh.
say it. Oh,
Ugh.
it was really hard.
Oh,
to
his
watch.
mom. Oh, fucking jeez. Just it was such a bummer, man. I was like seriously bummed out. It was,
I know. And like
Yeah.
so this filmed like what, 3 months ago? And you know,
Yeah,
he's
something like
passed away. So like that shows like he was truly at the end of his life. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucking crazy that I was thinking about that too. Like, why did you go on this show? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, God, the
Like,
stuff.
it's like the producers being like, "Yeah, come on the show.
Yeah, good on her."
That'll be fucking great. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking disgusting.
Pretty bad. But yeah, pretty devastating. He's just like like talking about him and his dad
Awful.
having the talk of like take care of your mom and like the mom being like we don't quit on each other. It was fucking brutal.
it was brutal.
It did feel not for TV. Like we
I
shouldn't have been
hated
watching
it, honestly,
It was
because it
bad.
just made me feel sad. Like, no, I didn't like it. I like Eric.
I've
That
liked
is
him
one.
from the beginning. I feel like you've been
Yeah.
a little out, but you seem more in now.
No, I wasn't necessarily out. I had a healthy dose of skepticism because I thought gave me some vibes that he could be a little bit fuckboyish. But my only concern with Eric is that, like, why did you go on the show when your dad was dying?
That was one of
Like,
my first thoughts. Like when he's obviously extremely sick. Like,
and they're so close.
yeah.
I wonder if he's like, I just like got, I don't really know. It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we don't really need to talk about it that much. It's
Yeah, we can move on.
sad.
It was
We're not going to make any
depressing.
jokes about it.
No.
Red flag or not, guy that drives a motorcycle. Eric drove a motorcycle.
I don't think so. I've never been a motorcycle guy.
I'm
Probably 'cause
not.
Motorcycles
into it.
scare the shit out of me. I will never catch me on a motorcycle.
I wrecked a dirt bike when I was younger, and that not cool. Not a motorcycle guy.
I don't like motorcycles.
I don't like
at
going
all.
fast.
A lot of women are attracted to that, though.
No, not me. And I would
Okay.
actually be kind of pissed off if Tommy got one because it scares me so much.
Terrifying, yeah.
Very dangerous.
My parents used to have them, and I would ride on them, and it's scary, and I fucking hated it. So, no, don't like it.
Anti-motorcycle. Okay, let's get into Tino.
Yeah.
We're in Santa Clarita, California, and we get one of the most uncomfortable dates. Just a streak here. This last half of the episode is
this was so bad.
Differing types of uncomfortable.
And there was a lot of build up to this. They mentioned this like episode 2 or 3. Like, hey, my parents haven't liked anyone I brought home.
This was not the old Nate bait and switch either. This was legitimately went poorly for Rachel.
So I personally felt like they almost undersold how bad this went in the previews.
Same.
Like I was actually like kind of shocked at how fucking bad this went.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Real quick side note, first impression, Tino's dad, he's a shrimp, really tiny.
Oh yeah.
Extremely tiny man.
He's got little man syndrome for sure.
Big time.
Both the sons are tall, which is weird.
His
little brother was like the same height as him, and they both seem like they're like, I don't know, 6'2" probably.
My friends felt very strongly that his brother looked like a vampire.
He's a little pale. I did notice he was much more pale than his brother. He's been fucking tanning on the cruise ship, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, I feel like overall tonight was not a good night for Tino. His family seems trashy.
Okay. I don't know that I got trashy. I thought they all just seem they're just so standoffish.
Okay. Well, let me just ask you this then.
I would almost even go more stuck up. I could see them having a lot of money, actually.
Did it look like they had money? Respectfully, of course.
I mean, they live in like Santa Clarita, which is like a really nice place.
And you said
in Napa Valley, I'd imagine.
You said they like Airbnb these places. It's like I don't remember what they were wearing though. It might have been their place. It might not have. I don't remember.
I didn't think that they looked like a wealthy family. I'm not saying I judged them on that, but I'm just saying I thought they seemed a little trashy. And I also think that his mom looks like someone I would run into on the KMOV Facebook comments, the news channel.
See, I don't
fighting people.
I think those are not mutually exclusive. I think I could see like his dad is a lawyer or some shit and a total fucking asshole, and his mom doesn't work and she just reads like articles about 5G all day and fucking drinks wine with all her gal pals.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like got the weirdest feeling for them, thinking that they seemed a little bit trashy, but that's just me.
I didn't get that. I was more probably on the leaning toward like the stuck up. Like it seemed like Tino and Rachel showed up there and they had to like explain themselves fully. Like they didn't even know he was on this show. It's like, what are you talking about? You've known him for a month and you're telling what do you mean? Like they didn't understand that this was the deal of the show, and I don't know.
And yeah, and it was just like they didn't stop. And
No.
then the dad cornered Rachel and was just berating her. We didn't see a whole lot of the dad with Tino.
Did I write
Yeah,
anything?
they sat down for a while, and he basically said all the same questions that he asked Rachel. He's like,
Yeah.
they
I don't
just-
think you actually love her after 2 months. I think
Yeah.
this is too quick. Like, what are you guys actually doing to
Yeah.
make this relationship work? And neither of them have like a good answer because there isn't
No.
a good answer because he's
There is not.
right about. That's the other thing about this. Like, all the shit he's saying is like,
Yeah,
it's right. It's
I wrote
It's
down
rational.
right.
But
all
he's
caps.
he's presenting it in a very fucking
He's being an asshole.
dickhead way.
Okay, so here's my take. He was being an asshole about it, and I would not be able to hold back personally. So like if someone's dad was like saying that to me, I'd just say like, okay, well, did you express these concerns to your son when he said that he wanted to go on the show? Or did you just say, hey, yeah, exploit yourself so that you can maybe get quick 15 minutes of fame, you can make some money. So what did you tell your son? Like I would have gone in on that little bitch. Like
But Rachel also knows, like, if she does that, she becomes the bad guy in this. She's
I
just
don't
saving
know.
face.
Would you like her more if she did that? Because I would.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
but I don't think I
That's
probably
not- probably not.
represent the majority of the viewers.
Both
Probably
correct. Yeah, but that's probably not. I wouldn't like her. I would just like enjoy the entertainment of that. It wouldn't be like
Yeah.
I like her more.
I think that he needed a little bit of a clap back. The mom too, because they were just like sitting there with their like smug little looks. I fucking hated them. I thought they were. It went so poorly, and I felt like she was like flabbergasted, rightfully so. And it's like,
Yeah.
were they? Did they tell them to be so evil, or like, are they just like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And another red flag is that then after the big fucking kicker is that they went outside and Tina was like, they loved you. They adored
Yeah.
you.
Oh my
They
god, that was so
direct
funny
quote.
To me.
They definitely adore you. Direct quote. I don't
that
think they
Her
do.
answer was like, I don't think they do.
Yeah,
Tino.
she's like, I'm going to be honest. No, they don't. And I think that is someone you want a partner who's going to advocate for you. And he was just totally blind. Like, my parents didn't do anything wrong. They loved you. And if that was them being endearing, then they must be really fucking mean all the other time.
I think it's more that he just wants her to feel good, so he's just lying to her. I think he fully,
probably.
I would assume, fully realizes how it went. He's just
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
babe, think it
You
was
killed it.
pretty good. Pretty
I
good.
don't
think
know,
they like
though.
it.
Yeah, went well.
I feel like there's truly those guys who like really are like not brainwashed, but like they're so conditioned to thinking like their family is so superior, know everything. Like I could see Tino being like that.
But I think he was getting pissed at his dad when his dad was asking him all these questions. I think he was biting his tongue the same way Rachel was. Like whenever his dad was like grilling about all this shit, he's like you could tell he was a little over it.
He was over it. Hold on. I just stumbled upon something. I'm on Tino's Instagram. His hair was long.
Wait a second. I have my notes over you. Let's see it again. Sorry.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
I
him.
mean,
Can you zoom?
Hold on.
Ooh, if you send it to me, I can put it on the screen. Oh,
okay.
wow.
Whoa.
That is insane, guys.
Whoa.
That kind of changes everything for me because it's like,
Who even is this guy, you know?
yeah, who is
Wow.
this guy?
Hmm.
He's got long hair. He seems a little bit more chill.
What's his last name?
His Instagram is Tino.360. Like that just like flabbergasted me a little bit. And he's all into this like charity. It's all they post about. Okay. So that's kind of interesting. And I am going to try to continue to dig more into his family.
Wow.
I would love to figure out what his dad does for a living.
Yeah.
Because like you're right. I could
there.
see maybe he's like made $48,000 a year at State Farm for 25 years, or he's got a lot of money. I don't know. I can't get a good read.
Yeah. I think that he has a complex somewhere.
First of all, is your Instagram not in night mode, in dark mode?
No, I don't like dark mode.
What?
Lunatic.
It's
If
like-
you're watching the YouTube, we're throwing this picture of Tino up
That's-
on the screen.
That's not only
That's
long hair. That
insane.
is
That's
that is
wild.
long
That's
hair.
some lettuce.
Not sure
Too
if
much
I can make it
salad
any
for the
bigger
bowl
than that.
on Tino.
I don't think I can, but nope, that's just bigger for my screen, not for the people at home. Okay, well, you get the picture. You can look it up for yourself. Go over to the YouTube though, check it out. Okay, yeah, it went really poorly. Don't have much else to say. His parents are fucking assholes. They're great characters on the show. We need some personality, and they've got it in spades. I think I definitely see where Tino gets his standoffish dickhead nature from. As soon as they met his dad, I was like, oh, they're just the same person, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Tino seems a little bit more like warm passing, like friendly passing. His dad just seems like a little loser. But
Mhm.
Yeah. He said to Rachel, "You're saying all the right things, and that's great. But we see this as a fairy tale."
yeah, and he's like, so what do you know about Tino? Like basically
Yeah.
asking for like an elevator pitch. And I was like, yeah, that's tough. That is a tough one. Cause like even if Tommy's parents would ask me that now, I'd be like, I don't really have to explain it to you. Like respectfully. But like
Respectfully, of course.
I don't know. Don't quiz me.
Yeah, because you're right. There's nothing she can say in that. They're beyond being convinced. They're asking those questions knowing there's nothing she could say that would make them say, oh, yeah, no, you're good. No, they have a preconceived notion of what this is and what it's going to be before ever meeting the girl or even seeing her or knowing anything about her. Doesn't matter. Like,
I'm trying to think if my son or daughter brought a bachelor or bachelorette contestant home, like the reaction. I don't really know. I just to be supportive, I guess. I don't really know what you.
I'd be thinking those things, but I certainly wouldn't say them to the person or on television.
Yeah.
You would or maybe voice them, but like in a different
like
way.
all these other parents essentially kind of say that stuff, but they just
Yeah.
don't present it in a way that is so it's poses an interrogation.
Yeah. I think that it has to be like I don't know. I personally, if it were my child, I'd be like, I want the best edit out there. Okay. I don't want to be too excited. I don't want to be, kind of like the full circle moment where it's like, oh, I asked them the hard questions, but I came around. Like that's what you need.
Always thinking of the content.
Oh yeah.
Content.
I mean,
who's the director here? You? Can we take that again from the top?
I've got some notes.
I'd be like a little bit of Lexus.
Let me get that again.
Yeah.
Where's this light at? Is it? It's a little to the left. My cheek here.
When's hair and makeup get here? They'd be like, "Ma'am, what's going on?"
Tino's mom. I don't think she got hair and makeup. That eye makeup was hurting, honey.
No.
She was not #serving.
My stupid thing just popped up and it. Whatever. I don't want to say the name. I don't want to. Not Alexa, but the other.
No free shout outs?
Well, I don't want.
If you say it, it'll turn on. I understand.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah. Anyway, Tino said that he loves her or falling in love with her, and she was like, "Oh, that changes everything. That maybe it's not such a bad night." She enjoyed hearing that.
But, I mean, I think she still likes him, but it's just it seems like if she has to pick between her and Zach, if she likes them both the same, it's going to be pretty easy to pick Zach now, I think.
I think she's going to pick Zach for the sheer fact that she's a people pleaser, and I think that she likes that it's an easier feat as well. Like
Tino's the next bachelor. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if he did, it would make sense.
We've we've introduced the characters of mom and dad.
Seems to be a crowd favorite.
Dying to see him again. He's one of the more handsome men on the show. He's pretty tall, good personality, pretty, he's distinct, unlike basically the rest of these guys on here.
Okay, is he a good bachelor or is he just someone who doesn't suck from the season? Because we have slim pickings.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Well, I mean, to that point, anyone that was on this season, that's going to be the case.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think our bachelor is on this season. I'm confident our bachelor is not on this season.
No. So just be a rando, probably. Or where would they get him from?
A past season. They've done that before. or someone who like is like widely popular, like Matt James wasn't in
Nate?
the dude. I've already thought about it. If it were Nate, I would be very disappointed. Like I loved Nate. I unfollowed him on Instagram. Yeah, I am
Bobby
over
and
it.
Nate had a falling out.
Yeah, I'm like he pissed me off. He was spotted with another girl already, and like yeah, it's just.
I don't want to say that me and Wes said he was a fuckboy from the start.
What a fucking shock!
Me and Wes said he was a fuckboy.
Yeah, he's a total douche. What a surprise!
I know. Maybe that's why I'm so skeptical about all these guys this season. Like I just like can't get into any of them.
None of these guys are really like exude any kind of confidence. Really, I
mean, they're just more
Tino
normal.
does a little, but all these other guys are very like, kind of vulnerable and insecure. Johnny does a little, but even he seems a little.
He's a little fucked
insecure.
up. Yeah. I'm just. Nate would be a great bachelor. I think I'm holding on to some false hope that it could possibly be Tyler Cameron, but
no way, he doesn't need it.
I think the public nature of Nate's breakup would be a bad look to make him.
It would be awful, but they'd be like, "Remember that $200,000 we gave you? You owe us, buddy."
Well, no, I'm saying like people would dislike the show The Bachelor if they made him The Bachelor. They'd be like, "It's a little fucked up."
Yeah, I agree. It would be fucked up.
Yeah, it's all a little fucked up, guys and gals. I hate to break it to you. The whole concept of the show is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a little fucked up.
I thought it was odd that we got every hometown outside of Avon's. I didn't understand the disbursement over the 2 episodes of that.
I guess
I thought that was weird too, but I feel like maybe here's my theory. Maybe it was because she canceled the night portion of Tyler's date, and then they were like, okay, either we add a bunch of fluff to the remaining dates, or we just cut one out and leave it for the next episode.
Yeah.
That's
probably right.
I don't know.
I just thought it was weird to have one left over, but
I agree. I do think it's weird.
So we're past the episode. We pretty much finished the episode. It ends on the Tino kind of drama with his parents. And then we see, so Avon's hometown is going to be next week. So the Men Tell All is also next week, and Fantasy Suites, or what's the schedule? What are we looking like?
Fantasy Suites will be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. So next week it'll start with the hometown date, and it'll probably be like 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and then it'll immediately cut into the Men's Tell All, which will probably be such a snooze fest.
Yeah, these guys are boring.
Yeah, like, is there even any drama to be had?
I think that's why they made that announcement of like, this announcement's gonna like change your life. Like, that's literally how they said it. Like, what else could it be? If it weren't the new Bachelor, like, what else could it be?
This news will change your life forever.
Yeah, but like, why would a new Bachelor change your life forever? If it's a whole new format to the show. If they do bisexual, they won't do it. They won't do it. There's too many conservative people to watch this fucking show.
Yeah, but it's so it's so normal now.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you would be surprised with some of the gals that are watching the show.
Bobby, Republicans buy sneakers too, Yeah. Shouts out to Michael Jordan. Shouts out to my sports people.
Jesus. Okay, so but no, I like seriously want your guys' opinions. Do you think maybe new format to the show? Maybe they're going to announce that Paradise is like something's different with Paradise. Are we going to
decided to just copy Love Island?
It could be that, yeah.
Man, I mean, they're going to hype it up because they really don't have like what we talked about. What drama we're going to have? Maybe the stuff with Nate. Like maybe Nate's a bad. Are they going to air that out? He was there.
I don't know.
With his kid, I don't know. The one guy that was a dickhead a long time ago. What was that guy's name?
Chris, the one that came back.
He'll have a little.
Who cares?
Don't give a shit.
I
don't know.
This news will change your life forever.
Yeah, that's I mean,
I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think it's gonna either.
I was just trying to think like outside the box of like I really don't know.
So here's the big thing that I got from that is they teased that Gabby just goes home.
Yes.
They said, Rachel,
Or-
you're the only Bachelorette left. Gabby is not going to be
No.
joining. They said Gabby will not be joining you, and it said something about you are the only Bachelorette or something like that.
Here. You're the
Here.
only
The only
Bachelorette
Bachelorette
here.
here. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe she has something, she goes somewhere else, and they like, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something like, there's no way that they would just randomly throw that in tonight. That's the first time we've seen that preview.
Yeah. Eric was saying
if they
Eric
tease
was
that,
talking
then
to her.
maybe people deep down will be like, well, I don't really care about any of this Gabby stuff. I know she's not going to be here at the end. So
Maybe.
Yeah.
What if it's man, I don't know. They haven't really. What if it's something with like Logan? I don't know.
Or what if it's something with like Jason where it was like, hey, he didn't want to get engaged. And so I pressured him. He left because he felt pressured. And now I'm going to go leave and like go after him or something.
But here's the thing: all three of her guys are kind of like, I'm not really super ready to get married.
I don't think Gabby is like, oh, I want to be engaged. I think she wants to find someone, but I don't think she's like dying to walk down the aisle.
But yeah, I
think the pressure of the show is like,
yeah, exactly. And someone saying that, it's very easy to take that as that's a reflection on me rather than just a reflection on where you're at in life.
Yeah, I think that could definitely like be hard to hear. Like, oh, you don't want to propose, but then like once like reality sets in, so maybe that's why I think like maybe she initially gets upset and then like goes back for her mission. I don't know.
I was almost talking about tying it in with the change your life forever thing. Like, so the three guys she has left, she doesn't end up with any of them, and then her and Logan come out at the Men Tell All.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking something to do with Logan also.
I would be so pissed.
That's my Hail Mary of a guess on
I
that.
would be so sad.
Would that be like a big like change your life forever reveal? Like it feels like change your life. He's like talking to Bachelor Nation, like there's a huge shift in the show or something.
No. That was next week. That is next week at the Men's Tell All. We get the dramatic thing.
Right. So it's he's talking like it's a change to the show, to the format, to like how things are done forever, like that type of way. I don't know what that would be though.
Yeah, it has to be a format change. It has to be. Or maybe hold on, I got it. What if they bring it to America's vote and America votes for who's going to be the next Bachelor?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that would change us because we have more of like a say. So not voting every week, but just saying like, hey, here are the nominations. Pick from these 20 guys to be the Bachelor.
I don't hate that. Sure. Getting some more. Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe they're gonna take us up on the offer of selling a lottery ticket basically to win to attend one of these weddings.
Oh.
No, attend one of these weddings or something.
Celebrities are big swing and a miss, not inviting random people to their weddings.
Yeah.
Huge swing and a miss.
Overall, though, I thought it was a great episode. Bad night for Tino. Great night for Zach. Bad night for Johnny.
I think it was my favorite episode of the season.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely was the most entertaining.
For sure the most entertaining. I would agree.
I felt really sad watching it, though.
Yeah. There's
elicited the biggest reaction out of me for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much all these other episodes I was not scrolling on my phone while I was watching this. All the other episodes, I'm kind of like a little checked out.
Nice.
How about the? That's really good.
I get it. I am
I'm
too.
Being real with you, this shit is boring. These guys are fucking boring.
These guys are boring.
I failed out of junior college and I wasn't even. How about the
shit going on?
I failed out of junior college and wasn't even on drugs. The Warburton.
Good joke.
Yeah, pretty good bit. We didn't really see much. I thought we would see more of him, but he got a little cut scene at the end, a little post-credit scene.
You think people would be confused? Like most people are probably like, don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just said,
hopefully.
yeah, his
From
movies and
somewhere,
shows,
yeah.
people like it. They never even like put his name on the screen.
Uncle Pat.
Yeah, they didn't even like talk about it.
No,
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I got nothing else for the show.
I had to get to the whole family watching their nephew and son make out.
Yeah.
Vomit.
That's just truly
Mm.
the worst thing ever. But
Yeah.
you know,
Before the show, I mentioned that I'm going to be starting a new job fairly soon. I mentioned that I'm getting together with them to do a yoga class in the morning, and it really brought a reaction out of Bobby. So you said that you wanted to say something about it.
yeah. What are you gonna wear?
Just like, I don't know, shorts and a t-shirt, I guess, or maybe like some sleeves. I don't know. Why?
I just like, what do you wear to like a work event that's a yoga class? And
Oh,
are
it's
you
just a
gonna?
yoga. Yeah.
Is it like hot yoga?
No, it's just like a
What's the
regular.
purpose of the
So
event?
you're going to do yoga and then you're going to go home and then get ready to go to work?
I'm not, but they are. Yeah, I'm not starting for a few more days, but yeah, they are. I'm just joining, just like to meet them and have a nice little.
Wow, that is like the least West thing ever. That's why I'm
What?
just very shocked.
What?
You're just gonna go do casual yoga with coworkers that you've never met? That sounds like your personal
Yeah, I
farm of
mean,
hell.
I have a friend that Parker will be there, but
Okay.
Are you worried that you're not going to be able to get to some of the positions and it'll be embarrassing?
no, I'm
Are
flexible.
you worried about
Hmm.
farting? I did forget that you're flexible. Wes can
Yeah.
put both of his feet behind his head.
Not at the same time, but yeah, I can.
You tried to do it.
Honestly, I'm
tried.
gonna crush. I'm gonna kill at this yoga session.
Are you worried that your core strength isn't going to be there and
Oh, well,
you're going to be
that's
shaking
something.
like a leaf on a tree?
Yeah, well, that's gonna happen.
Okay.
You know what you should do is like when your new coworkers walk in, you should be you should be sitting on the mat with your leg behind your head.
What's up, guys? I've been here a little while. I'm just getting warm. I'm just getting
Full
warmed up.
lather, just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Like,
Have
if
you
you're
thought
just like,
about
hey,
getting
what's up?
a headband and some wristbands?
Absolutely not. No. I don't. Yeah. I don't. I guess I'm just gonna wear like, I don't know,
What
t-shirt,
if you
shorts.
get too relaxed and pop a chubby?
Well, they're gonna have to accept me for me. It's
One
a
way
full
to
package
assert
deal.
dominance.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you had a downward dog and then
I just got, oh my God, you know what? That reminds me, and this ties in so perfectly. So poor Bruce has been having some GI
Oh yeah, he's been a sick
issues.
boy.
Yeah. So I had to take him to like an emergency vet appointment today. And I kid you not, guys, I walk in, and as soon as I get to the check-in table, I hear this noise. And it's like it feels like a cartoon character, like someone would insert this noise for like a huge cow patty dog shit. And I looked down and it splattered. And it hit my
it was
leg.
your dog?
It was Bruce.
Oh no.
He was projectile shitting out of his butthole, which he had been doing all night. So I wasn't shocked, but I was like, God damn it, concrete floors, it splattered, it hit my leg. And then I look over and there's this guy like my age who like made eye contact with me and then just looked at Bruce. And there's like this huge, like, it was literally like water. And he was like, poor baby. And I was like, I know. So then I had to wrestle this, like, because Bruce is like hyper. There's dogs running around. I'm trying to clean up this shit. It was
on earth.
It was awful. It was just so awful. But the sound that it made, it truly like, honestly, like on the rewind of my life, if I had to have a moment that was clipped in there just for like a what the fuck moment, that would be it. I was
Man.
like, I just looked at it like that didn't just happen, right?
Damn.
So yeah, that was my Monday. And then on top of that, I got to watch this sad ass episode and just make me even more sad. So it was great.
Yeah. I'll be thinking about that when I'm in Warrior 2 tomorrow morning.
I can't wait to hear about it. I think it'll be fun, but it's just funny to
in college I took a group fitness like actual class, and we had to like teach classes and had to be a part of. I've done like group yoga before.
Oh, fun. I just think
it'll be good.
It's a different layer with it being new coworkers that you haven't met.
Yeah, it's getting personal quick. We're getting into it.
It is. You're seeing them in their street clothes, which is normally like pretty far
True.
down the line, and
True.
I think it'll be great. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, I'll report back. I will report back. Should be fun. 7:30 in the morning, early call. We'll be there.
Yeah, super early. All right, gentlemen. Well, it's been fun and depressing
It's been fun and depressing. Yeah, long episode, lot to cover though. So the real fans will be here to the end.
If you stuck around, unsubscribe, resubscribe, download, rate 5 stars, follow us on social media, tell your friends about it. If you got friends that like Bachelorette and they're like, I just need someone to talk to about this. So they could just listen to us talk about it, and it's basically the same thing.
We'll be your friends.
Yeah.
Hit us up on social media. I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We got some hot takes, I think.
Bobbie was saying Eric's dad was faking.
We said we weren't going to make jokes.
That's a joke. It was a joke. No one's listening still. If you are, though, he wasn't faking. That's fucked up.
And I didn't say that. Fuck off.
You said cancer wasn't real. All right. Never mind.
And we're out of here.
All right. Play me out. Later.
See ya.